Well, here we are. Here we are again at our 6th summit. This is really fun. I look forward to these about a year in advance. Sit down in my office, my team. I said, we're going to have the best summit ever, and let's get organized. That's what we're going to do here. And I keep following up, and so this is it. And it's just going to be the best ever. So before we begin, I want to tell you why I have them at Butte. They're at Butte because Butte people, I think, have more heart and soul and spunk and guts and spirit than anybody else in the state. They're just terrific people in Butte, Montana. I want to give a big shout out, big thanks to Montana Tech. That's another reason we have this in Butte. The first Butte Summit, first was Great Falls. The next one was here. And Tech was just terrific. Opened up their doors, closing the classes, everybody working hard to make this thing work. So a big thanks to Montana Tech, Chancellor Don Blackletter. Let's really let them know, big round of applause, how much we appreciate Montana Tech. From the first day, our goal here is to make sure that these summits are open to everybody, open to the public, free. And thanks to our very generous sponsors. Thank the Montana Chamber Foundation. They've been a large part of this. It helped make it work. It's all teamwork. Especially want to thank Webb Brown and Leah Weaver. Thank both of you, Webb and Leah, for your work. And also want to give a big thanks to the rest of our congressional delegation who've worked together to make this work. John Tester, Steve Daines, and Governor Steve Bullock. Thanks very much, all three of you, for coming to the Montana Summit. I have several principles to put these on. Number one, everything's on the table. We're going to look at all ideas. Number two, basically private sector driven. That's how we create jobs in our country and in our state. And third is no politics. And I made it very clear to people earlier on, first summits and now, if anybody gets political, we're going to cut them off the knees. And I meant it. We're going to kneecap them. No politics. And therefore, there's not been politics. It can't be politics. I thank everybody for looking at it that way. One of our panel discussions this afternoon is dedicated to making sure our troops come home to good paying jobs in our state. And many of us worked hard to help make that happen. Our nation needs to honor our servicemen even more than we have. And we in Montana are really proud of our servicemen. We have such high guard and active duty participation in Iraq and Afghanistan and overseas. So I was on the plane coming home just 4 days ago. There's a triple amputee from Afghanistan on the plane from DC to Minneapolis. And it just really hit me again, just the price, the sacrifice that so many people have made for us. And so let's just have a few moments of silence in honor of them. Thank you. 5 years ago today, Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy, which set in motion the world's financial crisis, the worst since the Great Depression, and all told, the country spent about 6 quarters in economic recession. We're not all the way back yet. We're coming back, but part of the summit here is that we in our state could contribute to growth back to where we were before that the financial collapse. 3 years ago, Warren Buffett was our summit. He was not here personally. You remember, he was here virtually. We saw him on screens all around here. And he said a couple things which I think are as true today as back then. Someone in the crowd asked him, gee, Warren, do you think there's going to be a double-dip recession? And he answered right away, and he says, nope, not at all. He said he's bullish on America. He is so excited about our country. Our country's going to do so well, and he's proved that prophecy was accurate. We've done well. If the stock market is up 150 points just about 20 minutes ago, which we're really doing well. And he also went on to say, because someone in the crowd asked him about this, which is, would you do it all over again, Warren? And it was so exuberant, it's like a child. He says, absolutely. See, he wished he could start all over again. He's so bullish on America, he'd like to start it all over again and do it again. And I said to him, Warren, we all wish you could start all over again. And we all do. He's just got that spirit. But we have a lot more work to do. We're all bullish on America. We're bullish on Montana. We've got such confidence in our state. And I really believe there's another phenomenon in our state that is really true. Someone once said years ago that Montana is one big small town. Boy, it is. It is one big small town. We tend to know each other. We network only by a couple of degrees of separation. We connect. We're proud of our state. We get it done. We're also here for another reason. We all know that each of us has a moral obligation when we leave this place. We leave in as good a shape or better shape than we found it. We leave this place, we're not going to be here very long. We leave it as good a shape or better shape than we found it. That's for our kids, for our grandkids, and if we keep that attitude, it's going to be better for us too, and certainly for our kids and grandkids. That's one of my guiding principles, and it's one of the principles here of the summit. Very pleased with past successes of the summit. Just quickly, a few of them. General Electric got CCAST here in Butte. General Electric built that great processing facility over in Billings. It's a consequence of our summits. Ligosite over in Bozeman, with the summit, matched Ligosite with some venture capitalists in Southern California. They came out, loved it. Now Takeda, a big Japanese pharmaceutical, is buying Ligosite. At the summit a 3 years ago, someone else in the audience asked Warren Buffett and said, hey, why can't BN have a big hub in Montana, a transportation hub? And Warren is great. He says, let me look into that. Let's see what we can do. So we called Matt Rose, BNSF president. Next thing we know, working with Larry Bonderud, mayor of the North, and BNSF was putting in a hub facility right there. And again, that's an outgrowth of this. Thanks to the great speakers that we have, I feel very lucky, we all feel very lucky that they're coming to visit with us today. Someone asked me, gee, Max, how do you get all those folks? You know, it's interesting. It's pretty simple. All you gotta do is ask them. So I get on the phone, ask them, Alan, would you like to come? Alan Musk, Alan Mullally, Sheryl Sandberg, Safra Katz, Jim McNerney, would you like to come? And said, sure, let's see if we can work out. I'd like to. One person turned me down, regrettably, and that was Colin Powell. I worked on Colin Powell quite a bit, and but he was very positive about it. It took several months to get there. But anyway, there's a big sign up here. It's been up there about 5 minutes. It says end. So I'm trying to go, I'm trying to go through very quickly. Now I know why you're all here. You're here to help create jobs. But let's be honest. Raise your hand if you're here to get an autograph by Sheryl Sandberg. I am too. Thanks again. I don't want to stay too late here because it's going to just foul up the rest of the schedule the rest of the day. But just one final point here. We're so lucky. We've got such advantages in our state. One of my favorite sayings is we should take advantage of our advantages. And if we do that with our resources, our conventional energy, our renewable energy, and the attitude we have here, I see Royce Engstrom over here, Waded Cressado here, and Matt Blackadder, great leaders of our great institutions who all have the same attitude. And those are advantages we need to take advantage of. And just thanks for doing that. I urge us to keep that up because that's really about all we can do. And take advantage of our agriculture production. I was in Wheat, Montana a 3 days ago. It's amazing what Dean Folkford has done with Wheat, Montana. It's astounding. They have over 300, I think, loaves of bread, the different varieties of bread that they make and sell it's around the country. I forgot some of the other statistics that he gave me. It is incredible what he has done. You go through his processing facility, and he's got a sense of what that kid over there at his place at the intersection of 15 and and highway to Bozeman, it's just incredible at 90. It's really incredible what they've done. So thanks everybody for coming here. I've got some great speakers behind us, and this, she's taken down the end signs. I don't know what that means. I don't think it's good. This is a 30-page speech. So let's get going. Let's have a great time here. It's going to be a lot of fun. And just thanks so much. I just urge you to just be really creative, and that little thought in the back of your mind, you think, oh, that's a dumb question to ask. That's kind of stupid. That's probably a really good one. And just do what you can. And follow-up is so important here, too. And I want to do all I can to help with follow-up. It's the execution and follow-up that really counts here. And in addition to that, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that this is not our last summit. We're going to do more. Thanks, everybody, very much. And let's go to it. Thank you.